Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 7, Part 1. At least Part 1 from where we will continue from the live stream. If you guys missed the live stream last Friday for Episode 6, we finished off Episode 6, and since it was so quick, there was only like an hour and 20 minutes, give or take, we talked for a couple minutes and then decided to jump right into Episode 7. It was kind of an unexpected thing we just decided to do as a group. A good 50 or 60 people still in the chat. By the time we finished Episode 6, it was like 11:30. We decided to just run with it. Sometimes we'll just on the fly do that, but because the big main part of the reason they wanted me to jump into 7, Kari from Walking Dead, Ezekiel, you probably know him as, that's how I know him, but Kari is his name. I always say Kari, but it's Kari. He's also in Undeadwood, which was in Critical Role. I watched, I think, the first 2 episodes. There's 4 episodes, I believe. I think I watched the first 2. One's definitely up on YouTube. The others are in full, possibly on Patreon. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look. But love him. He's great. And we were introduced to him, and then we stopped watching it, and then I said goodbye to everybody. I'm going to start from his introduction. So we will rewatch Kari reintroduce himself to the group. I forget what his name is anyway. He introduced the way he looked and his appearance. We're in the middle of a battle. I don't know what he is. They said he was like a humanoid, spindly looking character that was coming around the corner, and a bunch of them could kind of see them out of the corner of their eye or something as he's approaching. Is he our friend? Is he a bad guy? I don't know. It could probably be either. I'm going to see where's a good time to take a break once we're rolling with the episode. We're going to have 30 minutes for part 1, 30 minutes part 2, and then the hour Patreon in the middle, live stream at the end. This will be a longer live stream because I think it's almost a solid 2 hours towards the end of this episode. I don't know if there's going to be some epic battle or something happening big, but this is one of, if not the longest episodes I could remember so far. Let's jump in. We'll have Kari reintroduce himself. I don't think we have the character's name yet, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, we'll find out. As far as Campaign 2, we have the hour exclusive. I did say we're probably going to do other things at some point. We're going to do the one-shots. Maybe every 2 months we'll do a one-shot or something. But right now, there are still like a dozen other shows on Patreon. Check it out. If not, here we go, guys. Campaign 2, Episode 7, Part 1.
The thing you probably notice about me, first of all.
The thing you probably notice about me.
I called him.
I love the way he talks.
My hair.
My hair.
My billowy white afro. Fingers of curly hair radiating in all directions. That should be the thing that you notice first about me, but that's not it. It's my eyes. My eyes.
He's so descriptive. It's great.
My pupilless eyes.
Pupilless white.
As white as the hair dripping down from my chin to a straight point about 3 or 4 inches below.
All right.
I think that's all you really notice.
See, that's a very, I mean, I feel like everyone did that in the beginning when you actually see them for the first time, but that's, I like it. I like it.
Stay where I am.
Shake him off.
No, thank you.
All right, over there. Shake him off.
And then Caleb's turn. All right. Ford and the Knoll.
Oh, there he is over there.
Same time.
Shakaste. What is it? Shakaste.
So, what are you doing?
Eldritch Blast again at that motherfucker.
Okay, as this Knoll here who's taking the impact is going to rush over towards...
He is, I mean, he's not like super powerful. He's regular, like our level.
While another Knoll who's bloodied and partially crushed is now kind of hobbling its way up out of this tunnel and spins around just to see you up against the side of the wall. All right, so
we see the name of Kari's character, but he keeps saying you, and they don't have a name yet. Right?
3, that's not gonna happen.
I mean, we see it. I don't know how you pronounce it. Shakaste?
12 plus
There's like the
4 points
thing
of
over the
necrotic
A.
for 16 total
Shakaste?
points of damage.
All right. The reason it misses is right as it swings towards you, Ford raises the back of the sword and fires a blast of eldritch energy that hits the back of the Knoll's shoulder as it tries to spin and strike you. As it does, it goes wide, it pirouettes on its foot and stumbles back into the open hole.
Oh, but now we got no ears.
That's good to know. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And did you hear the sound of it?
I'm shocked that Jester hasn't immediately said, no, we just lost 60 gold. That was ears. We needed the ears.
You're ways away. It's hard to see.
Yeah.
I described it in the initial description of the room, though. So nice.
All right.
And there, as you has not given your name yet, but you turn around and see this knoll as it looks towards you. It's kind of woleaning towards. You see this, but normally would be 7
My
foot,
guess
but
is
it's
the
hunched and
pronunciation
wounded
is
as it turns down,
Shakaste.
snarls,
But it could
takes
be
his spear and attempts to
Shakaste.
pin you to the wall with it. That's going to be a 12. What's your armor class?
My armor class is
15. I mean, honestly, he's probably
It's 15.
got lower
15.
stats
Yeah.
than most of
As
us.
it swings and you just push out of the way in time, kind of parrying it with your hand and your cane.
I thought
off to
he was
the
gonna be,
side,
like,
and you watch as it
super
smacks
OP
into the stone and
and just
sparks
make
off
us
for a
look
second,
silly.
hitting Flint. All right, that ends the Knoll's turn. The hyenas go.
Noel's
Both of
turn,
these
hyenas.
now, turning around and
I love
seeing
how we
what's
have the
happening, are
map.
gonna rush
2
forward. This is
hyenas,
gonna
it looks
run up
like.
alongside
Or is there a
and attack
third?
Molly.
It looks like
This
2
one's gonna rush
hyena.
over to Not.
2 hyena.
Molly, that's going
Hyenas.
to be a
Plural.
16 to hit.
That hits.
All right, hyena towards you is going to be
Dance harder. Dance harder.
2 points of piercing damage as it snaps up and actually bites the edge of your foot, and you have to kick and shake it off on the rocks to actually get it to let go. The one that's striking towards
I
you.
want
Not,
to hear how they pronounce his
be
name.
a
I
18
assume
to
he's
hit.
going to be with us the whole episode.
You take only 1 point of piercing damage.
Okay.
It gets one little bite on the side of your elbow, and you immediately pull away and kick it instinctually in the chin, going, "Ah!" The kid is now freaked out of his mind. Is now
Oh, that's right, and there's the
it's
kid.
perspective two
There is a
sound
kid.
cornering it.
And
that's gonna end
Not
Hyena's
is
turn.
like
All
a
right,
horrifying goblin trying to save the kid.
I would say, if this thing is this close to me,
Yeah, it's right up against you.
it's right up against me. I think I should push him away.
If you feel the need, yeah.
Let's see, Thunder Wave.
Certainly.
Thunder. So I guess he's gonna help us.
So is that
Skadoosh.
a wisdom saving throw?
If they're attacking him, I would imagine he's gonna be a friend.
That is a 3. Natural 2 plus.
I thought he might be controlling the gnolls
two.
or something.
Oh yeah, that fails.
That fails.
Spellcasting
We
modifier.
rolled a 2.
plus
You're
You're good.
wisdom
You're
is
good.
fine.
You're good.
15.
He failed.
15.
Definitely failed.
It failed.
Yeah.
So you know for the future.
13, I believe.
Good to know.
13.
Yeah. All right, cool. So go ahead and roll the damage of that.
Thank you.
With this?
Well, I should say up on the spell there.
think it's
Damage for
2d8.
it. Thunder wave is.
I feel like Marisha is so excited that Kari is there that she's almost being like
a diamond.
There we go.
like too over the top.
When you want us to.
Like he was trying to figure something out. She's like, "You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed.
That's good.
Failed." It's like, okay, I understand. I'm trying to learn a game here.
So
You have to
as
yell
you
at me. Marisha, calm
turn
down.
towards it, you can just describe
I love
what
Marisha,
you do
I'm
with
just
your
saying,
spell
she
as the
is-
knoll pulls back with its
Kari's
spear.
gonna have a heart attack over here.
I take my reed of a wand and whip it
Whip it good
3 times.
3
As
times.
the third one hits, there's a burst of energy forward. You watch as the knoll gets blown back, slamming into the stone wall, and kind of falls back to its knees before getting itself up.
I like
It was
he's got a
previously
whip.
wounded, now it's on death's
He's the
door, and it
Indiana
looks like it's
Jones
starting to hobble and try
of
and flee.
Would you
Skadoosh.
say you whip your reed back and forth? You whip your
I'll
reed.
whip my reed. I'll whip my reed back and forth.
All right. Do you wish to move?
He used.
I do. I wish to move away from this gentleman.
Where did he come from?
And,
Was he just
how about
hanging in the
how about we take a
mines?
perch up on top of.
Was he a
There we go.
prisoner? He. I mean, obviously he's not restrained.
at that fucking miniature.
All right, so that finishes your turn at the top. Not, you're up.
Okay,
I guess
got
we have to
this,
get like a formal
this thing on my
introduction
arm.
by
So,
name when
with
we're
my
done
other
battling.
hand,
I mean, you wouldn't be in the middle of battle and be like, by the way, my
I
name's
will,
Bob.
say
I
a
mean, you
few
could do
words
that, I
Caleb
guess.
told me and cast shocking grasp. on
Okay.
it.
Shocking grasp.
So
I mean,
what is
you
the,
might do
spell
that.
save
You
on
might
that?
run into. I mean, we're
It
still
is-
far from him.
How do I
Click
find
on it.
out?
He's like on the other side.
We're showing your today.
Oh, no, it's
We got to get close enough where it's like, hey,
So go ahead and roll.
Ooh,
Shakaste.
No.
9 again.
You try and reach out, but the snout is too slobbery, and your hand actually slips off of it and it
Slips on the
discharges the spell, having no effect.
Oh god.
All right.
Let's see here. I've still got some bonusy stuff. Can I disengage? No, because
Yeah.
Okay. I'll disengage. Grab the boy and try to lead him behind that. There's a table, overturned table.
There is an overturned table this way. Neither of these are overturned. There's one over here.
It's like right there.
Oh, right next to you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Oh yeah, like right there. It actually
that?
is like
Yeah.
right
Will
there.
the hyena get a bite on the kid?
We'll find out.
As you drag the child away, while you've disengaged, you pull the child out of the range of the hyena, and it sees the opening and snaps
Children
out
have
towards
like
the.
no hit points.
I'm sure. this
Oh my
one's
god.
hard.
I'm sure this one's hard.
Careful, the kids.
Oh, I know that.
He's making the.
I know that.
Hyenas
Oh, yeah.
Hyena bites down, and its jaws clamp into the child's clavicle and chest. You hear this kind of this clenched scream
Oh
that's immediately
my
muffled as you watch a bit
God.
of blood begin to pour out of its mouth. As you pull the child from its jaws, the child is alive for now, unconscious
For
and
now.
bleeding out.
Oh,
Thank God it wasn't me this time.
oh my god. I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right, that ends your
I
turn, Nut.
I don't want
Okay,
children to
seeing
die
the
or
situation
suffer.
that Nott is
But I
in,
like when people
I'm
go there
going to
because it
immediately run
makes
over
me
and
feel
attack
like it's real.
that.
Whenever like
There he's
you have
I'm just
people that
gonna
have too much
run up and
plot
go,
armor. I
yeah,
understand
yeah,
our
and go kick
characters
and just
have
kick it
some
real
sort of
hard.
plot armor.
Okay.
GIG.
But-
Yeah.
I want to know that no one's safe. And now a
That's
child is
That it
dying.
is.
That'll roll some damage.
Natural.
So yeah, well, I kind of use my staff as like a little bit of like a jumping leverage point to kind of give me a little bit of momentum and kind of
Little
swing.
mini pole vault.
Yeah, yeah,
Mini
yeah.
pole, a little mini pole vault, yeah.
1d8 and then double it.
Yeah,
right.
A little bit of pole vault.
That sucks, but that's 6 plus 4, so 10.
That's enough to do it. You,
Yeah.
as you kick, the hyena just gets launched. You see it arc through the air, slamming into this table, which thrusts it up against a wall onto its side, and you
Love
can even
it.
see
I
the
love that
lifeless
even the
body
little
of hyena that's
miniatures
currently
have
buried
tables
beneath
and
the
stuff
overturned
you can
table.
toss. Like
That's
Sam
your
was
first.
saying before
Can I
with
do a
the
bonus action to use my
knocked
med kit on
over
the
one,
kid? My
which
healer's
apparently didn't help
It's
with
an
the
action to
kid.
use a healer's kit, unfortunately.
Okay.
You still have some movement.
I'll just move over to the kid and kind of hold the wound.
So we could heal the kid.
So you get down with a knife.
Right,
at this point,
Jester,
you're trying to
potentially?
think of some way to apply pressure to prevent the bleeding. Okay, that ends your turn.
Maybe Jester.
That brings us to Molly.
I'm taking a roll at the big guy. For strike odds.
That's right. I forgot to put the undead guy on the initiative order, which he would have gotten around. So we'll say you and him go simultaneously at this point, since you engaged him.
And that's fine, because that's a 19 to hit.
It's a 13 to hit you. What's your armor class?
15.
Yeah. So even as it goes to strike at you,
I was gonna
it
say
looks to be
Matt
some sort of rusted,
missed a turn
battle
of the
axe.
undead
He's
guy
going to
and only remembered
move out of
because
the way and
Talzin
strike
attacked
towards
him.
So, and
But it
this
didn't
is
matter.
the good sword. So this is so this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage.
That's adding your wisdom modifier?
That's adding my
All right,
wisdom.
13. That'll do it. You shatter it with
All
a strike
right.
as it attempts to
That must have been close. I thought maybe another
and backhanded
11,
with
12.
your right
He
enchanted
must have
scimitar,
just
watching
made
the
it.
bones just explode and scatter across the ground like so many pebbles being thrown across the floor.
I'm gonna with my offhand. I'm gonna take a swipe for the hyena over there.
I love that Talzin is double
There we
wielding
go.
swords.
20 to
That
hit.
hits. Good roll damage.
20 to hit.
Single dispatch too in one turn.
That's 9 points of damage, and I would love to just kick that fucker right in the.
And I think they're on average 8 hit points, so I think he's
As
good.
it gets down and jumps to pounce towards you, and you just
Double
lean back
kill.
and poof, kick it, and you watch it.
That makes up for Talzin the last couple
You
rounds.
wish to move?
I feel like
And I'm going
the
to
end of
start
episode
to
6, he
move
was
to the other
just
side. I'm going to start
bad
running
rolls
towards
galore.
the stranger, just to the left of it. Yeah, I'm going to move towards that cover right there.
Here?
No, the other way, towards me, right there. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, that ends your go, Molly. That brings us to Jester.
heal the child.
Did I see the child go down?
You would have, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to run over to the kid.
She doesn't want to. I know she doesn't want to waste her turn and her.
All these other people are helping this kid, so I guess I will too. Somebody better kill that
really
big
care
no,
about the
though.
kid?
I don't.
Then don't.
She kept missing Toll of the Dead or whatever anyway, so.
Are you gonna heal this kid, cure wounds? What are you doing?
Should I use my last spell on this kid?
No.
Okay, I'm going to use a healer's kit to stabilize him.
Okay, so you don't have to
We're
make a check for
arguing
that.
about
You
having
immediately
to
get down and
save
start
a
pulling
child's
what looks to
life.
be heavy rolls
God,
of-
look what you
of
guys made
soft
me have to
cotton
do. I have to
fabric,
save this little
and various
bastard.
balms to go ahead and help treat the wound and staunch the flow of blood.
I mean, we don't
and
even
bind the
know if
child
he's
to
a
the
little
point where it's no longer on
bastard.
death's
We don't
door.
even
It's
know
just-
Time I'm grumbling
why
like,
or
oh,
how.
I could have gotten that last Toll of the Dead. He would
Toll
have
of the
heard
Dead.
really good
She
ballad
keeps
and
trying to do
stuff.
Toll of the Dead. She's so mad.
Perfect. perfect. That ends just.
It is perfect. That's why I love it. The fact that she had, or didn't have to, but you know, guilt makes it better. Because it wouldn't have been as exciting or entertaining if she just attacked.
Gnolls or any other kind of baddies where I am?
Right there, you can just barely see the one right across the way that's like on the ground, getting up off to one knee.
Then I will let my hand blacken and I will fire off a firebolt at him from here.
Go for it.
Which I'm sure will miss. Oh yeah, it is. It misses.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna fire a bolt, which will probably miss, and there it goes. Yes, it misses. He is so
As it misses, I go.
no confidence. I feel like Liam looks like he's about to go Christmas caroling. He looks like he's got like a mug of hot chocolate. He looks like he's gonna go Christmas caroling.
Caleb needs glasses.
I have them already.
Caleb needs Caleb needs glasses.
I need an intelligence bump. Is what I need.
I love how
the Nold's been wounded,
positive
is going to
he
go
is
ahead
about it,
and,
though. Like, Jester is really upset. Liam is just
He's gonna go ahead and
accepting
pull
that
the
he
longbow off of its
will
back,
suck.
and looking over and seeing the
Even though I love
firebolt
him.
that almost struck
Caleb's
it. It's
one
going
of
to
my
spin
favorite.
back towards you and pull an arrow, and it's going to take a shot at you from across the way, Caleb.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you
This
mean?
one remaining wounded Knoll is going to take a shot with his longbow. Just checking real fast with the.
Your scarf will protect you.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Liam seems extra giddy. He's either feeling the beverages, or maybe he's really excited that he's sitting next to Ezekiel.
However,
Nothing. Unload it. Give it to me.
He's trying to find a positive.
No, don't find a positive.
that's good actually. You only rolled a 1 on the weapon die, so it was a D8. It could have been a 16. So it's 2 plus 2,
Oh my
4
God.
points of piercing damage. That could have been a lot worse.
That's pretty bad for him, though.
No, actually, that hurts an awful lot. Oh.
So the Knoll released there. As it
Matt, I like
hits you
how
right
Matt's
kind of in the stomach,
apologetic.
and it
Like,
comes
I'm
piercing
sorry
out the
you
other side,
suck
kind of
so
pinning your
bad.
jacket to your
Right now,
torso.
at least. I mean,
And
it's not
all of a
his
sudden you
fault.
feel like
I
the
mean,
pain and the
you don't
warmth pulse
suck
of your
'cause you
back
roll
from the
bad
wound.
dice.
It's almost numb at first,
I
and then
mean,
you feel the
maybe, yeah, I
shock
don't
hit you as the Knoll turns and just runs
Oh
this way.
no! I should have told the dead on him.
He's way over there. All right, that's going to end the Knoll's turn while you're going for him.
Okay.
Because you're in the same round as this is happening, so you technically.
I mean,
could-
Matt said the
Yeah,
kid
I'd
was
like to get
bleeding out,
line of
so
sight on
Jester
him.
waits
I look back at
around
Caleb
and
with his
risks
failed
using
attempt
Toll
back.
of Dead.
Let me try mine. And I'll move my hex over to
That
him.
guy already. So the hex is on him.
And I'll fire
running?
an Eldritch Blast in his direction.
The Eldritch Blast.
That is only a 16.
A 16?
Yeah.
16 hits, actually. You need a 15 to hit.
I was gonna say, I think it's like if 16s are pretty
4
solid with
plus
most people, if they're not boss
4,
level.
8 plus
Even
3 points
us,
necrotic
or
for
we just
11
got
damage.
over that.
11 damage. As it turns to
or
run
right
with
there,
its
I guess.
bow, you watch as
Kari's
Ford runs
15.
around, holding your sword out. Another burst of eldritch energy smacks into the back of the knoll, and you hear "Ah!" as it falls to the ground, and the slow, like bits of curling green and blue eldritch flame begin to burn and consume the corpse. Before eventually it goes out, kind of
corpse.
leaving most of the body intact, but its back shoulder blades are now just kind of black cave where its body once was. Are we clear on the floor?
With the last second?
Somebody get those ears and bring them to my jar.
Someone bring, yeah, there you go. Go
Alrighty.
get all the ears. Look at Jester, is so angry.
So, that being the case, the combat has come to an end.
How many nose was that we just killed?
That would be.
Well, we sent a lot of them down the hole.
So hyenas aren't giving us gold.
Yes.
I've said this a couple times, and I wasn't sure, but they're making no notation.
Hyenas we sent.
We got 2 ears. 2 ears.
Yeah.
Two sets of ears.
So
Two sets of
it's the
ears.
one there, and then the one that was killed there.
Yeah, because the third one fell down the hole.
One hyena set.
I appreciate you all counting ears, but can we deal with the
Oh,
kid
one
first?
hyena set. So we are counting. Okay. I figure we should. We should be counting hyena. Even if they go, well, those are smaller. I don't care. I want my gold. I want my ear gold.
Who am I? My name is Shakaste.
Shakaste. I said Shakaste or Shakaste. Shakaste? Shakaste?
And you can thank my bird for knowing what you look like, actually.
Oh, I saw your bird.
That's not just some bird. That's the Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna. They call her Stacy, but that's not her name.
The Grand Duchess.
The Grand Duchess. She's a sweetheart, but she's angry.
It is very dark in here. What
The
kind of bird
Grand
is that
Duchess
you have?
Anastasia.
Abraham.
I don't know what the last word was.
Well,
Anakavalava.
that's a dark
Anakavalana?
midnight sort of hummingbird.
Hey, you're a badass. What's your deal?
Well, right now my deal is
What
to
a
deal
way
with
to say
this
it.
little person over here.
Oh, we will get on. Yes, handle this child, but then we are very curious. Well,
Can you heal? Do you have healing? Because I'm stabilizing him. Don't worry, but
He doesn't look good.
I think maybe I could do something about that.
Perhaps, yeah. The child is wounded, but the child's wounds have been tended to. He's unconscious, but is no longer in immediate danger of dying. We'll eventually need like rest and
So Jester saved his life.
perhaps some donuts.
I just take one and I just
No,
push it
no,
onto his
no,
face.
no, fresh,
might-
Not
fresh
necessarily.
donuts. You know, do no harm.
Can you
all
do
that shit.
anything to help this child?
Well, it seemed to be stabilized. I think the best thing we could do is to get it to safety.
I agree. What were you doing down here?
Yeah.
We ourselves.
That's
are
my
going down trying
question.
to
What are you
rescue
doing
folks.
down here?
I tend to look over the people who happen to be around here. I come by every once in a while. I used to live and grew up in this place, or in the valley, just not too far from here. And probably just like you, I heard a commotion, and I've taken a few of these people to safety. I've been trying to do it less overtly than some of you.
We do make
I
a
mean,
bit of a
it's
clatter.
been a bit.
We're working on it.
Insight check.
By himself? Yeah. Yeah, what? He's by himself in a mine
what am I
trying to
adding?
save people? What?
13.
13. He's generally pretty forthright in speech.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't-
Figure. You don't get any sense of any immediate lying.
I just find it
or
hard to believe you're just wandering through a
conflict
mine
to the words he's
because you
saying,
heard
but you're also
screams
not
and you're
getting
trying
a full
to,
read.
like, by yourself. He looks like
How
not that
handsome
strong.
is he?
I mean,
Quite
he,
handsome.
he-
Would you like
a
to describe
4
how
in
handsome you
strength.
Yeah, what do you look like?
I would say I'm an
On
old.
a scale from 1 to 10.
On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say I would call him striking.
Oh, that's.
Bachelorette finalist?
You know what? I think he's old enough that he's gotten past all the bacheloring and the
Oh,
bachelorette.
are you a gray fox? Is that what you are?
I would say I would call him
that's what
more of a shock of white.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean,
I
he's
feel
a
like I've
striking
seen a
He's
character
got
like
3
that.
dimples, one you
Shakaste.
can't see. but
I like the way
two,
he looks
pretty
in that
deep
image. I
his
feel like I've
face,
seen
and,
something
and
similar.
it can be kind of menacing, unless he's smiling.
What are you wearing?
He's covered in leather straps that are a tangle of brown and
Why does he
red
keep
and
saying
green
he's?
that,
I want him to
that-
say
that
I am.
pretty much
I'm
cover
covered in
him
leather. I want him to
his-
refer to himself.
From his neck to his calf where his boots start to take over. There's a hood that he's wearing, deep green. It goes down to his legs and a big enough hood that's able to cover his
Hair?
ample locks.
You know, while everyone is talking to this stranger, I'm going to edge up to this hole in the ground and hold on to rocks because I'm scared to death and look over and send my globules of light down there to see if it's a deep hole, if it goes a long way, or what I'm
Okay.
looking at.
As your lights begin to slowly drift down into the hole, they get about 50 or 60 feet down before you begin to see what appears to be the bottom of the shaft. It looks to have been an intentionally created, almost well-like hole that has since seen disuse and just currently ends into a number of rocks and rubble.
It's a
And
poop hole.
you see
poop hole.
the broken body of a knoll and the broken body of a hyena down at the bottom of it.
We have to get this knoll out of the bottom of this hole because that's gold.
Yeah, honestly,
Maybe on the way out if we.
He's
if-
honestly,
Probably
that's
going to really
probably
old
worth
people.
it.
But it's still good.
That's
for the
over
monetary
100
value
gold.
that was laid
If
out
we
for
could get
us,
the
so
same
maybe
amount of
on the
money,
way
you're
out
talking
we will
120
just
gold.
send-
It's worth
We have a rope
the
we could
work.
Just lower you down and you just,
Yeah,
slice it.
I could go
Not
down
right
there.
now. Just, save it for a
mind.
rainy day.
Shakaste, my name is Ford. We are, like I said, on a rescue mission. Are you familiar with?
I
these
agree with
folks?
Liam. Gold
Been
is
down here
gold,
before?
man.
Have I been down there?
The most you've been down was the opposite side of this tunnel here.
Right.
There was a group up here where you had been working with previously,
Sure,
but
sure.
only recently decided to delve deeper once you had made sure that those few were safe.
Right. Well,
I mean, I
I've done a
guess
pretty
he's
good
just a
job of taking
dude
care
that
of the
is
other
trying to help, but man,
tentacle of this,
he's separated from
of
his
this,
group and he's just all by
cavern,
himself.
I guess you'd say.
That's dangerous
Yeah, the
stuff.
shaft. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. That boom you may have heard happened to come from me, so we've got a little bit less to have to deal with. But this I really don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Of course.
speaking of, I stand up and I walk over to the door where the little kid was pulled from.
Wait,
Okay.
do you want to take a look at it? Let her take a look at it, so in case it could blow up on you or
I've
something.
seen their traps. I know their methods.
Are there any ropes across the door?
Let me look. Are there?
Make an investigation check.
Are there? Let me look. Are there?
5 plus 5 is 10.
Best you can tell, it doesn't appear to be trapped. It does appear to have a simple latch that is only accessible from the outer side, but it's not locked.
I knock on the door.
Oh,
Housekeeping?
housekeeping. You want any towels?
Is anybody locked in here?
That's what I'm thinking. But if there,
there's no response, but you hear the faint sniffing and whimpering of somebody on the other side.
so they locked out this kid.
Let's open the door.
Okay.
All right, you lift the small latch and pull the door open. First it hits you is this just a very strong smell of decay. And you see what looks to be the back of this room is filled with piles of bodies or parts of bodies. Looks to be maybe like 4 people in total that have been placed here. And then there's one living woman, looks to be in her mid-30s or so, who's wearing a dirtied apron. You can see
How
she looks like she's covered in
horrifying.
dirt, a spatter
That
of
must be
blood.
for
You
that
don't know if
woman.
it's from her or not, but her hair is ratted. She looks to be human, and she's
You're
currently just
locked in a
huddled with her
room
knees to her
with
chest, and there's
dead
just tear
bodies
streaks down her
torn to
face.
pieces.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Can I walk to her?
Yeah, as you open the door, you watch as Shakaste begins to approach and kind of take the space.
So obviously it was locked from the outside. I'm
Look
thinking
her in
like
the
they hid in there, but they're locked
my
in
hand
from the
on her chin.
outside. The kid was.
So that she looks me in the eye. And I tell her, shh. What does that make her feel?
You watch as there's a brief moment of confusion, and then an expression of acknowledgement comes across her face, and she kind of reaches up and takes your hand.
Does he have like a way about him?
Thank you.
We need to get her out of here.
Yes, definitely.
He is.
Does he have like a magic way about him? A smooth operator?
Is this your child?
I think it might
She
be. her.
turns around, she goes, oh my God! And she runs over to him, immediately kind of picks him up into her arms and begins to hold him. And
He's alive, don't worry.
I hope you're rich. We want a reward.
thank you. She's just rocking
You
the
better have
child
lots of
in
money,
her
lady.
arms,
We're not giving him back
quietly,
unless you give
like
us
rubbing his face,
500 gold.
wiping a little bit of blood off of his cheeks.
Are there any other people that are alive that you know of?
There are a few. I haven't seen, but I've heard voices across the way, and they took a number deeper in before they locked me in.
So we're probably
Can we
gonna run
run over to
I
into
was saying if I'm kind of not near the other door, I'm just gonna
Kari's
start
people.
looking and unlatching it. kind of
Okay.
Nonchalantly.
Who unlatch it. You watch as the mother is currently like just running her fingers over the hair of the boy. She's like, Jules, it's okay. It's okay, Jules. And kind of pulls him in.
Jules Verne.
The other doors you open it, a familiar sight. Looks like there's 3 bodies in here. These bodies seem to be placed in here for some sort of storage for the time being. There is one figure you can see, what looks to be a man in his older years, half-elven in appearance. His features are a little sharper and a little more elven, but not.
Is he
fully.
alive? I'm assuming he's alive if you're
His
describing
hair
him
is
like this.
Kind of dark brown, black to gray, and kind of salt and pepper on the sides, and he looks as disheveled as the woman you just uncovered.
But he's alive?
He's alive.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
Is there anyone
we did
alive
not
in here
establish
right
if
now?
he's alive. I'm assuming
I'm the only
if you're
one.
describing him like that.
Well, we'll take it, and I'm swinging the door open and coming into.
You get up and you can see now there's what looks to be a large claw gash across his midsection that might be infected.
Outside your door, only getting better.
Who are you?
Oh, that is a question. We're here to help.
We do also get
We're the rescue party.
rewards for people. Yeah, we also do get rewards for people. So we are just adding up money if we could
No
get
longer
back with these people. I mean, that's 3 people that are alive.
Points back. It says,
A lot
I
of
don't
dead
know
as
most
well.
of these
We could
folks.
actually get money for the
I was
dead.
just passing through. We were bringing some of our armor wares up to Zadash when we were waylaid on the road.
So you didn't get taken from Allfield.
Oh, we were taken on the way to Allfield. We were almost there. They hit us right as they were reaching the city. We didn't have a chance.
You got hit on the way to the city, not in the raid on the city.
We were just arriving at Allfield when it hit.
Oh,
Bad timing.
yeah, like really bad timing. Unless they were being watched or
Let's
followed
get you
or
up here
something.
For a second.
The woman has come up once again to.
I have a place for these people to go. It's just up on the surface.
We're going to stop there, guys, because honestly, that is far enough for what we need to do. All right, guys, so there we go. There's part 1 of episode 7. We saw the introduction of Kari's character. We will restart the hour Patreon at 1:01:23. That's the time we're going to restart. So 1 hour, 1 minute, 23 seconds is where we will start the hour Patreon. That will leave us another 25, 30 minutes for part 2. And then the live stream on Friday. So we get Shakaste. Shakaste, I thought, might be a foe. I wasn't sure. In this, I'm assuming you could be a friend or a foe. Just because we have a special guest star and I love Kari doesn't mean he will be our friend. I'm assuming at some points they could have guest stars come in as bosses or villains. Depending on how you'd use them, obviously, because if you use a guest star for a major boss, then anytime you brought back that boss or something like recycled back in an arc, you'd have to have them around. But in this case, it didn't make sense to me that this random guy would just be in the mines by himself. His explanation is, and they rolled to see if he was lying or not, and it seemed to be the truth, that he just went in there with a group of people to try to save the people that were screaming and in trouble, like they're doing. But at least they have a group of 6 people, strong, solid people. I don't know who's with this dude, but clearly he went off on his own, and that's pretty dangerous. I'm thinking maybe he's super OP and he doesn't have to worry, but then they showed his stats and his strength is a 4. The rest of it's good. I know you don't have to be like physically strong to win in this world. I mean, in any world, you don't have to be physically strong in order to prevail, but he's got 18 hit points. Matt himself said one of these guys could hit as hard as 16 in one single attack. So that's a risky maneuver to be there to begin with. But I'm assuming he had some sort of coverage or maybe a spell he used that makes it where they can't see him. He said he was slipping in and out without a problem. He even made a comment to them like, I don't do things like you guys. You guys are making a whole lot of noise. And Shakaste just dips in and out and does his thing. The only thing I'm thinking is, what was his plan as far as getting the people out? He could probably dip in and out like a ninja, but then he's going to try to save this kid and this lady and this guy that's got a claw mark across his gut. God knows how many other people. Maybe his plan was to regroup with his people. He just said at the end there, right before we stopped it, Kari said, I know a place where we could bring these people. So he must be bringing us to rendezvous with his rescue party. We are getting tons of gold, guys. I agree with Liam. We should be dropping down this hole. We should be getting that body, the hyena too. If it's already been established, I apologize, but I've been saying the whole time, I hope we're getting money for the hyenas, and are we getting an equivalent amount? Because here's my theory. If hyenas look just like gnolls, but tinier versions, we should be able to just tell Bryce they were tiny gnolls. What is he going to do? Argue with us? We are out here rescuing his people and killing gnolls and putting our lives on the line. I feel like hyena ears should be given the same amount as gnoll ears, and maybe that's already been established and confirmed, but I'm just saying if it hasn't been, then it should be. And we also get gold for people. Alive and dead. I'm pretty sure he said alive and dead. I can't remember if there was a difference in amount. I feel like if they were alive, we get double or triple, but we do even get money for dead bodies. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to get all those bodies out. Matt made it a point to say there are at least 3 or 4 bodies in the one room. I think there were 4 bodies in the one room with the lady and 3 bodies in the one room with the guy. So right there, that is 7 dead bodies, 3 alive people, counting the kid. Right there, we got over 100 gold. Then we've got all the ears. If we jump in the hole, guys, we could have over 1,000 gold before the day is done, I feel like. counting what we've already had, if you rack up all this and we get back, even if we left right now, I feel like we'd have nearing 1,000 gold. That's crazy in my mind because that's more than a third of the way to bailing out Gustav. And I feel like that might come up. If we're starting to rack up gold like this and it continues, I feel like we might want to talk about, hey, let's go back and see if we could, bail out Gustav, see what happens. Maybe we'll find out Gustav had more to do with this than we thought, or maybe we'll team up with him. I don't know. That's crazy because what would we have to do with a freaking traveling carnival? But I just kind of like the idea of buying a carnival. So you guys let me know. We're going to jump into the hour Patreon special. If you guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon, the link's in front of me. We got the hour-long Patreon videos. We got dozens of other shows. We are starting 3 new shows between now and the end of the month. 3 new shows starting. Most of them might only be Patreon exclusives. If anything, they're going to have them first, an hour-long unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.